I wanted to add on to that because it's a complicated concept, at least to flesh out in my mind. I'm trying to reconcile everything that is happening in its current event, and I don't necessarily mean the evil side of things, just what's happening down at the local park, and people are going to soccer practice, and someone's getting a promotion, and like all these things that would constitute normal life are happening, and they're continuing to happen, and they happened 35 years ago when I was born, and they're progressing regardless of anyone's awareness to the truth of what's really happening in the background. And I think that's what's so hard, is come to terms and accepting that all these paradigms have to fall, but at the same time they're still there. They still exist for people. People are still leading their unaware, ignorant lives. So I'm not just reconciling like, oh, this was a magic trick and that's not really there anymore, because it most certainly is. It's coming to terms with what you thought was real isn't real, but the facade that everyone still buys into is real in the sense that everyone is still buying into it. And so it's like it's a self-perpetuating lie. And again, it's not like the individual actions of people are false. It's that they don't know the whole story. So if you only have 1% or 99% of the story, you don't have the whole truth. It doesn't make each action invalid, but it doesn't allow that person, and therefore the aggregate of humanity, to align itself on a course for where they want to go. They might think that they're going that direction, but really they're going the opposite direction, because without the knowledge of the underpinning of what natural law is, again, that the aggregate actions will manifest freedom if the actions of that group follow morality, and vice versa. If they follow immorality, then they'll manifest slavery. So I had set my phone down, and I don't know, something popped into my head, or just on a feed or a meme or a GIF, and there was like someone from a TV show. It's like, this is all still happening at the same time that the real events, meaning the people that are really seeking to control what's going on, are transpiring in parallel. And then you have to try to see yourself as an individuated unit of consciousness, check, and then ask yourself, what can I do in order to effect positive change against this seemingly insurmountable wall of shit and darkness, when so many people are blind, and many by choice, because it's easier and more comfortable to live this way than to face any real work or personal responsibility or introspection or self-reflection or, psychoanalysis. Oh, whoa. Heaven help me if I have to spend time on me. Okay? Anyway, I just thought I'd add that. It's not just coming to terms with all the historical events and what they were or were not. Also coming to terms with how some people were continually transferring the real information, the real light occult information within the secret societies, adjoined to them or of their own accord, realizing like this has been going on through this little rivet of action and awareness and wisdom, has somehow been able to perpetuate itself all throughout time to the modern day, to this opportunity of instant communication. If at any time Gnosis thought it had a shot, it was when the internet came out, and it's like, oh my God, look at what these people are spending their time consuming. It's ridiculous. You know, we have sold our souls out for Candy Crush and candy corn, you know, for games and sugar, quite honestly, and for apps. All the extra free time we could ask for, and the little bit of use we're making of it is abysmal. And Mark's right. The New Age movement has effectively compromised a lot of the good intentions of anyone who thought they had tapped into truth and reality, when really they've just tapped into the more ego serving. You know, how much of yoga is about the spandex and the poses, as opposed to deep personal introspection that leads to an understanding not only that we all are one, but that there is still copious amounts of suffering that needs our attention, and that the powers that are really pulling the strings are still, you know, dark sorcerers. Alright, it sounds like my chicken's burning. As more comes to mind, I'll hit record again.